I think we need to start that again. I think I did the wrong invocation. Yes, I know what. Yes. Okay, so let's try this again. Oh, great spirit. Oh, great spirit. Oh, great spirit. I call upon the angels. I call upon the saints. I call upon the white light. Am I possessed? No. No, 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 no. Thank you, Saint Michael, for saving my soul. I call upon all of the wonderful angels that have my back and all the ones that are going to be here tonight. Don't be frightened. Don't be scared. Because this is of a higher nature. A very, very higher nature. So I call upon the great angel that's going to be with us today as I do all of the readings. I call upon the highest good, and I call upon the one that'll be with me. I thank you, I thank you, I thank you with great love and joy. I thank you as I connect. As I connect. Yes, as I connect. Listen to that. Here comes the song. They're playing us our song. I feel it coming. I feel it coming. I feel the angel near me. Oh, the presence of the angel. Are you here? Are you here? Yes, I'm right here. Can't you hear me? Oh, angel, I think I'm almost connected to you. Where are you, angel?
I'm giving you messages. Listen.
Oh, please join us, great angel. Join us. Join us as we do this reading. And thank you so much for being here. Now, let's get to our show.
My question is, I have in certain types of work environments, I've had a career in the private system, quite ready to stop. And whenever I'm in one of these jobs, it's in the hospitality industry, I always seem to have conflict with other employees. And I have a lot of theories as to why that is, but I just wanted to hear someone else's perspective. It's almost like I'm bullied a little bit.
Okay, yeah, and it's good that you understand that these are just perspectives. It's not written in stone, but in a way, why is this happening? The first two cards that we have seems to be the Lady of the Gift, and that's generosity, receiving, withholding. Would you consider yourself a very generous person?
I can be, but I'm sort of lacking myself right now.
Okay, so do you withhold who you are?
Oh, I'm very reserved. I don't like to share my...
Right.
I keep my space.
And they're saying that with this withholding, there's a part of you that doesn't want to receive the energy that's supposed to help propel you into the future. And when it does that withholding and that not receiving, it causes you to be out of sync with your divine self so that you could allow good opportunities to come in. It's actually saying, oh, I skipped this opportunity. I let it go. I don't want it. Does that make sense so far?
It does. I imagine that's a whole other reading.
Okay.
In other words, because I don't open up easily on this opportunity.
All right. And so Jen is going to do her part of the reading.
Okay, so right now you've lost strength. There's just no just no oomph. There's no passion. It's just exhaustion, which is causing you not to be able to imagine, have your vision quest that you need to pay attention to what's going on. I can't do it anymore. I can't do it. Which then causes a fog over your, and there's the passion card reversed. It puts a fog and puts out that fire. The fog puts out that fire. And so things need to unfold in order for things to transform, but all this is going on. It's just like, I'm just not going to participate. There's just the first card, that lost strength, that you just don't want to have to do it.
The withholding and the losing the strength is at age 3, where you said, I don't want to be like them. I do not want that part. And so you actually released a part of your energy because you said you didn't want to be that. So you released part of that energy that you need to reclaim. But what happens is that when it occurred, a bullying energy actually pushed you. So this bully energy, it pushed you to the point where it's like the dogma where it is where you're not allowed to cry. You're not allowed to be anything other than what I tell you. So you're supposed to be strong and smile, and you're supposed to, it's like when a little kid doesn't want to kiss the people.
Grandma, Nana, aunt, uncle,
strangers,
whatever.
Friends, whatever. And they're forced to because that's manners.
You're not being polite. Do it. Oh, you're hurting
the guilt
their feelings.
and the shame, and that is a form of bullying. And what's interesting is how it pushes the child into withholding and wanting to cry. Stop that.
And shutdown mode.
Yes, and you shut down. And they're saying there's a part of you that had... So you're not a crier, are you?
Alone, all of myself.
Okay, so...
Not that much,
all right, so when you're out in public, you're not able to have a voice. Is that correct?
To a degree, yeah.
Because what they're saying is you have to have, it's dogma, same shit, different day, and you have to behave a certain way. Does this make sense?
Right.
Okay, I'll get that.
No,
You talk
I
more.
don't agree with that.
Are you sure?
All right, so hold on just a second. Jen, you're going to explain how to heal her issue. There's 2 things, and I have to take care of something, so I'll be right back.
Okay, so are you familiar with our healing tools?
No, I've never seen that before.
Okay, so on our website, it is www.mwreveal.com. M for medicine, W for women, reveal, mwreveal.com. And when you go there, on our front page on the left-hand side is a menu, and you will see healing tools, and then under healing tools, another little menu will pop up, and you go to Hope Therapy. So you go to our website, go to Healing Tools, then to Hope Therapy. And under Hope Therapy, there is a how-to video, how to do Hope Therapy. And what has come up is the code, which is L3D, which is your left hand, 3rd position, deep. And so you write down L3D, put down the code, L3D, and then when you watch the Hope Therapy how-to video, that code will make sense. You'll know what to do. And we actually want you to get into that feeling of withdrawal, that feeling of being the shutdown mode, the you're not supposed to do that, come on, man, whatever those feelings are, we want you to get into those feelings, because by getting into those feelings, you're doing it anyway, even if you're not conscious of it. But with a healing tool, when you're actively using the healing tool and you get into those feelings, they start to dissolve. And all those memories that pop up, kind of like pop-up video, if anybody remembers that, maybe I'm too old. Those memories pop up, they're significant. They're coming to the surface, they've been lying dormant for so long, and now your subconscious saying, okay, good, we can resolve this, and all those memories just come up, percolate, and then dissolve through this healing process.
And the thing is I also believe on the healing tools, you should do thought management, because you have people that pop up, and without realizing it, it's
Their
like
voices in your head.
Exactly, and that is one of the things I keep hearing, is that's the self-correction process. It sounds like it's good advice, but they won't get out of your head. It's like when you're about ready to do something, and all of a sudden you hear the criticism of your father or something in your head, and you're like, oh God, yeah, see, I'm a loser. And that's not true, but it's those thoughts that we create, and that they get stuck in there. So, do you understand what we need you to do?
Thank you. You said the code was L3D?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
And that there's a lot of here, but a lot of it is a lot of bad memories. So when you are holding that, just let things pop up.
And also in the healing tools menu, you will see thought management as one of the options, and that's what Brenda was talking about, was the thought. So do that healing tool also, and the directions are all there too.
Because right now there's more than one voice in your head, and it's all the people from your past. So just kick everybody out.
Yes.
Okay.
It's eviction time.
Oh, wow.
Thank you, dear.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you. Thank you. Bye-bye.
Right.
Okay, so someone was at the door, and mysteriously enough, Jen had to have her printer replaced. So guess what arrived?
Yay! My printer's here. Now I
Yeah.
can scan.
And he couldn't just leave it because he had to have someone sign it.
Oh,
so
I felt like that was going to happen today too.
Yeah, but I felt like I was supposed to go get it. I don't know
That's
why.
so funny.
I don't know. It was for you, but I had to go. It's okay.
Yeah.
You're welcome.
Thank you.
Okay, so the next caller, like we promised.
We have BNNA-BODHI.
Hello.
Hi, how are you?
Good. How can we help you?
Well, I want to move to Europe, and my house is, being sold for about a year almost. And I was wondering if I'm going to be okay with my family over there. My most concern is my family. So I was wondering what you, or anything else that you pick up. Doesn't have to be this subject. It can be anything that's kind of here for me.
Now, are you moving over there because you want to, or it's because of an obligation?
I'm moving over there because in 3 years I have not been able to move past certain things and not being able to root and ground in the U.S. very well.
Okay. Because when the first card I pulled up when you were asking about the family and being in Europe, and the card Come Together is reversed, and it says, when the Come Together card appears reversed, it is a sign that perhaps love connection is unbalanced. And that's part of me why I said you feel like there's an obligation, like you have to go back if you failed, or you didn't do what you were supposed to, so okay, now you have to return home. Is intimacy being withheld from you, or are you withholding it from another? Longing and yearning are often mistaken for love, when in fact they are signs of lack. And so now I've got to ask, so is she supposed to return home? Yes, for the reasons she thinks. Yes, okay. Is there something... So when you came over, what was the true intention of why you came over?
I just came here for 1 year to study something that I really loved, and then I was supposed to go back. And then I didn't. I stayed another year and another year and another year, and then it became like a lot of years. So I'm kind of completed with the things that I came here for.
Mm-hmm.
And,
okay, so
you know,
what...
yeah.
All right, so Jen pulled some cards based on the question of what, Jen?
This was about the intention. It feels like it was about the intention. What is the intention happening in your life as far as moving or staying?
Correct.
Okay, and so the first card that came up was about your feminine power and sexuality and friendships and what it means to be a woman. And then the love card reversed with the owl card came up, and it's about it's looking at the intention. I'm not sure what you were coming over to learn, but it feels like that's what it's been about, is what is love, and is there wisdom in love, or is it about deception? And the gentle nature that you have has been disrupted. That's what they're saying, the message is.
Okay.
That, yeah.
All right, so now I'm feeling all this disturbance of energy and I asked if it's, has to do with the show. And they go, no, this is about this particular caller. So now I'm just going to dive in deeper and find out why is this being projected. And they're saying it's about the dreaming, making your dreams come true. And you feel like you have been, but now it's time to go home. And now I'm asking, so why? Why is what's really going on? And there's a part of you that distrusts the actual transition. You don't want to really transition. You don't want to do it.
Oh my God, that's exactly my distrust for over a year. I've been having, oh my God, that's it.
Okay.
Distrust in my own,
So now look at how much you know this, and you put it on a scale from 0 to 10, and give it a color, and how you're going to heal this, because in a way, this distrust causes you to be in alarm, but it also causes you to want to create disruptions, and it causes you to want to flee. So you have been in a fight-flight mode for a while now, and they say that they want you to heal this because it's like you're forced to stay in your little comfort zone and not take that next adventure. So they would like you to heal it, and if you choose to heal it, you go to mwrevealed.com, healing tools on the left, look for Hope Therapy. Your code is R is in right, number 2, and D is in deep. So R2D, and you're going to think about all of that stuff. How you distrust, feeling attacked, or worried, or overwhelmed, hopelessness, over-concerned, not enough self-esteem, and you just get into your story until it gets gone down to nothing. Jen, what you got?
Okay, and what that will help is, because right now there's no ebb and flow. The ability to move, to sell, the house, to whatever, there's no ebb and flow with it. The strength that you have has been in, there's vigilance between no ebb and flow and not being able to shapeshift, go with the flow. And that's what needs to be healed.
Does this make sense?
I do feel, because it's been so no ebb and flow for over 3 years of my life. 1, 2, 3, about 2.5 years no flow, I can say, and a fear to change. A fear to change makes that change because of the lack of trust in my knowing that it is and has been the right thing. I know it's the right thing. I just can't seem to face that.
Yep. Then all I say is R2D, and I love how you know what you know, and just sit there with that healing tool and just allow yourself to be in that space, think it through, and you'll be amazed, because all that stuff that's creating this reality to repeat itself every single day will actually stop, and you'll be able to feel like you're more in balance, and you feel like you have more of a control over that. I can make the choice that I need to. You will feel like your self-esteem can return, and distrust does not have to be the identity, and it doesn't have to keep pushing you, and anything else that comes up to the surface that needs to be addressed. But right now, this just seems to be the whole cover-up, the whole thing that's pushing you down, that's making you stay right where you are. So if you take control of this, you should be able to have no problem but moving forward. Okay?
I have one more thing. Yeah,
yes.
I have one more thing. When you said color, I got purple.
Oh, good. That is the idea of thought, and it's the idea of whether or not you understand it. And so you will mull it over, because purple is about that intuition. It's about trusting your higher self, trusting with your heart, and allowing yourself to move forward when you need to. So if you're repeating, stuck in a loop, it will be about that seeing and understanding that gets stuck. So, okay? And the color will always be what you need to be. So as you're thinking, the color will change. If you're using the healing tool, the color will change, and it could be even dark or smoky or paisley shaped, but it will change. And
so basically the reason why I haven't been able to root myself here is because inside somewhere I had a knowing that it was better, that it was the
You had an awakening.
Knowing, but I didn't follow that inner. It wasn't. I couldn't come to that acceptance of that. It took me many, many years to come to that. Maybe not, but you know, it took some time to come to, because I had an inner knowing that I wanted to go back somewhere.
Yes, yes.
That's why I haven't been rooting. Yeah.
Yeah, and sometimes our transitional state, like for me, it can be immediate. People will say, well, that didn't take long for you to change. And then for others, it is they wait till the last minute. It is about the strategy. There's not one correct strategy, but it is yours and yours alone that will help you determine how you'll do it. So how you do anything is how you do everything. So I feel like this is your pattern, that you needed to make sure everything was okay and in the direction you need to be. But right now, the main thing that causes you to stay stuck and not be able to move forward is that distrust and stuff that you need to look at. So very good.
Thank you for bringing that piece that I was missing, like the trust thing. I feel like support came right now.
Wonderful, wonderful.
Supported.
Jen,
You know, my past, I feel it in my back, by my shoulders, like that piece. That was
yeah,
good.
that's
Thank
good that
you.
you've located it into the physical. All right, I had Jen pull a angel card, and this one, you call upon this angel to help you. Jen.
Archangel Gabriel is helping you with leadership. It's time for you to assume your leadership power and position and lovingly guide others. So this angel will be with you and also take leadership of what you need to do for yourself also.
Okay, so just call upon Archangel Gabriel to help you.
Thank you.
All right, thank
Thank you.
And keep in contact and do the healing so that you can move forward with grace and ease.
You know, we are connected through Skype, so I can always do sessions with you.
I thought it was your voice, sweetie. I thought it was you. I thought it was you. Oh, wonderful. Well,
be in touch.
yes,
Sure.
I miss you, but I also have been sending you light and love, okay?
Well, thank you very much. I miss you too.
Okay, we'll talk soon. Bye-bye.
Take care.
Bye.
Bye. So we're doing really good. We're going to take a quick little promo or song, whatever it needs to be. And so then we will be back. Then who's next up?
Area code 484 will be up after our quick break.
That's a good thing.
Yes.
Alrighty, so next
We've got
caller.
area code 484. You are on the air with Brenda and Jen.
Hello.
Hello.
Area code 484, you're on the air. Oh, I can tell they're almost there. Are you on mute? Because we can't hear you. We got the mic open for you. So we'll leave it open just for a minute. But what we're going to do is we're going to give you a general reading while we're waiting. And I'm going to tune into the... I just feel like something, I give you such a pinch. I feel like, again, it's a very threatening energy. That's interesting. All right, so I'm going to get in the space. So there's a lot of interference today. All right. Wow. Okay, Jen, let's work together. You're going to draw a card for this person, area code 484. And what do we get? The balancing act.
Oh, and heartburn. Oh my gosh.
So the heart's not into doing something. I feel like in a way that there's a part of you that has to do day in and day out, keeping the balancing up, being that perfect person.
It's like the person at the, what do you call it, the carnival that spins the plates.
All at once,
and
yes.
they've got to keep the spinning of the plates
momentum going.
Right, and they have to focus on all of that. So then if somebody comes along and needs their attention, they're not able to do it because they're focused on that activity.
And I feel like that life is about ready to change. There's movement afoot, and it doesn't have to be bad. But I feel like the plates are spinning, you know you can do it, you have the confidence, and now you're ready to take that confidence or that good self-esteem that I can do this, and now you're supposed to apply it to what you want, because I feel like you're doing this for other people, and they're benefiting, but we got to get you to benefit. And in order for you to get to benefit, you got to decide what kind of dreams that you would like. and then to start to knowing that you already have the qualifications, you have the ability, the strength to do all these things, and that you need to have someone to have your back and to be able to move forward. So you're going to draw people in, and you're going to release the fact that you think that you can't, and that you have to constantly protect, and that you have to do what others want. So I'll have Jen read hers.
Okay, so ultimately it's about nurturing yourself. You've been nurturing others, now it's time to take care of yourself, because by doing everything for other people, it's almost like now it's become, there's a volatile nature that is just laying below the surface, and if somebody asks for something, one more person asks for you to help them, you need, like you would need to add another plate to what's going on, you would explode. There's this volatility below the surface. So what you need to do is to be able to create a communion with your vulnerable nature and understand what it really means to nurture yourself in order for you to radiate.
And part of that vulnerability is to be your authentic self. And not have to
It's
get
not
hurt.
about being an open wound and being vulnerable and just putting everything out there for everybody. It's about that authenticity.
Mm-hmm. The card I drew, that there's another part of it, it's a dragon's lair, number 19. It says, red flags shouldn't be ignored. Don't be seduced into learning a lesson that will hurt your heart. Temptation and intrigue abound, but be careful, because you can't win this particular challenge. Heed this gentle warning about wanting and longing, and a fantasy of belonging to someone, something, or an identity that no true substance or longevity. Ignore this alarm, and you'll wander in circles near the edge of the dragon's lair. Choose another path, the treasures lie elsewhere. And I feel like this happens to be a lesson learned, that you got to constantly have red flags. You got to constantly put your stuff on hold because you feel like you don't have the strength. I'm going to reiterate, you do have it. This belief system that you have about yourself really needs to be healed away, because it's those red flags now that caused you to be in a comfort zone that can't allow you to move forward. So part of healing your path would be knowing that it's okay to dream. I mean, I feel like a theme's going on, Jen. But as far as the dreaming, you know I wanted to dream and do what I want to do, but I had people that would criticize me, tell me that was stupid, that doesn't work. They gave me their truth, and it worked for them, but it isn't their life.
Right. They're inserting their story into your reality, because this happens to them, therefore it happens to other people. So when you're about to do something, they put what's been told to them. Okay.
Oh, we can hear you.
Are you there?
Yes.
Okay.
All right, did you hear your reading?
No, I wasn't. I'm sorry, I was not in the room. I'm here.
Okay.
And we're having this hurricane, and I had to go check on something.
Okay, so what would you like? Okay, I want you to listen to the archives later or watch the video, because we had answered a whole lot of things. What do you want specifically asked, dear?
Basically, I would like to know, everything is going very well in my life except for love. I'm a little unsure and a little nervous about what is to come for my love life in the next, however far you can read out or whatever you're feeling or picking up.
Okay, so Jen's pulling a couple cards from the relationship deck. Oops, sorry, dear. And then we're going to do a reading based on that. Moments prior, we had talked about be able to dream and not be the one that has to be that takes care of everything. It looks like you have great skills of being able to be this Wonder Woman, and there's a part of you that wants to dream, but you're not able to because you have to fulfill these requirements. Now, as far as the relationship goes, Jen, what are you getting?
Okay, so the first thing I would ask is for you, offline, to define or really think about what your definition of love is. Because in our conditioning, love is not always, I'm not saying that it doesn't happen, but rarely does it happen just in that pure love expressed state because of all the conditioning that has come with it through our family, through, I don't know, whatever religion, through church, through extracurricular activities, sports, scouting, whatever you want to say. There's love has been defined as, and then you would fill in the blank. Love means this. I get yelled at. They tell me I can't do it. They love, they don't participate. I'm ignored. So you know what your definition is. You get to do that for yourself, because what the first thing that came up was the deception card. And when asking about love, the deception card came up first. And that's why I wanted to define it in those terms.
And what I see is there's a part of you that was taught that you have to expect this. This is what Jen was told in her genetics and into the group consciousness, is that you have to do what, Jen? You had to fear men, that they're going to do this to you.
Men are jerks, because I was born, I was actually born during the time of the Watergate trials. My mom did an awesome job of making sure that her daughters were not going to stand for the way that women have been defined in the past, meaning she raised us from a very feminist perspective. But what that did was teach us about men are ... and so we have all this conditioning and definitions and that kind of thing that it's scary energy. They're going to do this to you. You're supposed to just have all this fear about it, and not just explicitly told, but it's all that conditioning and all the subtle ways that it was taught.
And
also.
what happened? Go ahead.
So this first card that came up that says deception, does that mean that the man that I'm currently seeing is deceiving me, or is that coming from me?
Yes, from you. From you. Because it's all of your lenses.
So he's not deceiving me.
And if it feels like he is, it's because of those lenses that you have on about it.
He can't...
Right, and see, what recently happened was a week ago, you know, I went to him and kind of like accused him and said, are you back with your ex? And he's like, why would you say that? And I said, I just had a feeling. And that kind of took the whole relationship that me and him are in and kind of like threw it in a ditch.
Yes. Like, what happens is they can't show up to you any other way than you know it. Like, my husband kept always saying, you're ornery all the time. And I'm like, oh, okay, there's nothing I can do about it. So he's got to find evidence and proof. See, you're doing it now. And you get caught up into the emotion of that hurt feeling. And when he sat down and actually healed and used a healing tool to heal, that he saw me that way, then all of a sudden that lens disappeared and he was able to see me as a different woman. I mean, he even pointed out to Jen, look at, she's not even ornery.
And I said, hi, I'd like to introduce you to the person that I've known for the past 7 whatever years. Mm-hmm. This is Brenda. This is how I've known her.
So
but he had those lenses on, and he did the healing, and he took charge, and now it's more awesome because he decided to heal that.
And what this is really telling you is that your past is actually interfering. You will cause them to... You will cause them to create a deception. You will eventually push them to the point where they're going to fulfill your promise. Well, if you think about it that way, fine. I may as well just do it. Because we're not leaving room to let them be themselves. Okay? So this lens that you're going to be hurt, they're going to hurt you, is one of the things that needs to be healed. Now, did you have a specific experience that you can think of that's causing you to bring this into this relationship?
Yes, it's from my past relationship. I was, actually the guy that I was dating, he said that he had a friend who was a female, and they were just friends. And I said, okay. I said, I'd like to meet her then. And she came into my home, and I said to her, I said, you know that me and Jason are together here. And she said, oh yeah, I know you guys are girlfriend, boyfriend, and he's living here with you. and I'm just letting you know that I'm his friend. Well, no, they were not friends. She ended up getting pregnant. And he had to move out of my home, and that completely devastated me for the rest of my life.
Yes.
And then I recently seen the woman, and it's been 7 years since she told me that lie. And I was able to tell her off right straight to her face and say, you know what? Because of your filthy lies, you have really screwed me up by standing there and telling me that he was just your friend. She said, well, what was I supposed to do? He needed somewhere to live.
So those reasonings. Okay, so here's the thing. The first time that you ever been lied to like this is at 4 years old, and that has propelled you to constantly have people do this to you. The biggest thing that happened at 4 years old was that you would give love and it wouldn't come back to you. It's that profound, deep, unrequited love. You know, you love them so much, but yet they can't give it back to you. So it's the attraction factor that's causing you to draw these people in.
I feel like something happened like in a preschool environment, when we're like in that pure innocent love state and we go out and we do something and all of a sudden like the teacher said, oh no, maybe you went up and hugged the teacher and the teacher's like, oh my gosh, rules, boundaries, ethics and everything like that, I can't hug the kid back. And then you go away going, well, I just wanted a hug because I really liked what the teacher did, or something like, some situation like that.
So do you feel like you do not get love back when you give it? Do you feel like when you give love, you get lies back?
Well, yeah, like the current relationship I'm in now, this man, I mean, he's a good guy. Okay, I trust him, but, I mean, I think the world of him. And I'll text him and I'll say, I miss you, and he'll say, okay.
Okay, so you keep drawing in people that's going to eventually cause you to have proof that they are no good. Based on this particular feeling and experience, you will keep repeating the history because it's in your foundation. Your attraction factor. When I was, end up getting divorced, the first time I was getting ready to date.
The only time that you've been divorced. But
yeah, my only time to get divorced. But when I began to start to date, I said, all right, I'm ready to date. I had 12 guys, not all at once, but out of a period over a year or so. And I thought, what the hell? And all I saw was a repetitive theme was in all of them. And I said, what's going on? And it was my attraction factor. It's what I knew as a kid, and I drew into my space. These were good guys, but not with me, because I could only have them show up a certain way. And I didn't have a pathway of a good guy. I didn't have somebody that thought of me, helped me, loved me. And so then when I finally said, okay, I'm done, and I'm ready to move forward, I'm ready to get married, then 2 weeks later, I get the name of my husband, and I called him up, and we've been married 18 years. But at first, it was like, wait a minute, I don't really feel this attraction, you know, to be his wife. Why? And they said, because you are bringing into you what will make you joyful and happy, but your attraction factor is that this is all you know of guys. The man I'm married to is funny. He loves comic books.
My main concern right now is just so I don't go through any more pain and aggravation and wasting my time. Do you see things working out for me and Daniel?
If you were to not heal any issues, no, you're not going to make it work out. Literally, you will have to prove to yourself, there's another asshole. There's another person that's doing this to me again. If you were to heal it, let's grab these cards, and if she were to heal this pain of how she knows that she can't trust because they're all jerks and whatever else that's in her mind, we need to ask, what would happen with this relationship?
I've known this guy ever since I was, 5 years old. So he's known me, forever. And basically, he's also coming from a bad relationship as well. He caught his girlfriend in bed with another man when he came home from lunch.
Okay. So you're both carrying the same kind of baggage.
So he had to get out of that situation.
You're both carrying the same kind of baggage. Your connection is probably by old experience of being friends, but also woundology. That doesn't make it a good foundation. Yes, you guys can flirt. Yes, you both deserve love, but you both will retreat. This is what I keep seeing the pattern. So eventually you're going to cause the relationship just to remain as friends because, you know, that you know what it was like to be as friends, but taking it to that next step, you have all these stumbling blocks. I'm not saying don't stop.
I keep throwing vultures in the road by saying, "Are you back with your ex? Are you with her right now?"
Right, and that's you not really saying it to him, but you don't want your heart to be broken again based on what you had in the past. So it's the past you that's saying to him, "Oh my God, you're doing it again." And it's like he's looking at you going, "What are you talking about?" And what you're doing is bringing that baggage up.
He's like, "Where did you come up with this? Why are you saying this?"
Yeah,
he might think I'm nuts.
Well, the part of him
thinks I'm nuts.
Well, he doesn't probably want to play that game. He just wants a relationship. But if you're going to have that excess baggage, then it's going to be harder.
I'm afraid because we've been dating since June. I'm afraid that he's not going to give me yet another chance.
And that is again.
I said, "Can we go out? You know, this whole weekend I wanted to go out," and he was like, "I don't know. I don't know." And now the hurricane is here. And I texted him the other day, and I said, "Listen, when this hurricane gets out of here, can we go out and spend some time?" And he said, "I'll see."
See, right now you're having pain, and there's a part of you that's even reserved whether or not. If you're putting out two signals, yes, I want him. No, I don't want this pain. And one is stronger than the other. If you put "I want him" on a scale from 0 to 10, and we were to muscle test you on a deep level, there is a longing and a yearning that is a high number, but to actually want him, that could be a different number. The pain is going to outdo it because it's the only thing that's standing in your way. You have to get that gone first.
You need to heal.
And right now there's a part of you that's testing.
How do I get rid of this pain?
Good, that's the question we're looking for, because we don't just give information, we also help you heal your pain and your wounds. You do the work. Unless you call up and make an appointment, then we work together. Otherwise, the healing that needs to be done is because you know your story so well from the past with him, with all of it. It paralyzes you to move, and it makes you withhold parts of yourself because you see it coming. It causes you to be miffed because you're like, "Here it comes," and then you're timid, and then you feel like, "Ah!" So that is all the stuff that you're doing. You think it, you put it on a scale from 0 to 10. Now, the healing tool that's going to do all the work for you is Hope Therapy. And you go to mwreveal.com, look under Healing Tools, look for Hope Therapy, and watch the videos, read the instructions, and then your code is going to be L3S. And you're going to think about all the stuff that you can about this relationship, past relationships, you know, bitching, moaning, hurting, all of it. You know, you just trusting any of it, and that's going to be, it's stored there, but there's more layers to it, but this, taking off this big chunk will make a big difference. Once it comes down to 0 and white, the number will come down, you'll stop thinking about it, it'll look like it'll rear its ugly head again. That doesn't mean you didn't finish it, it just means that there's another layer. You go back to holding L3S, and you get it gone. All these little incidences are going to pop up, and you can keep using the same healing code, L3S, to get it gone. Now, the more complex ones, we advise you to call in because we can walk you through those boom, 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 and you can make significant difference. The results are going to be profound because you're going to come up and say, "Wait a minute, I don't have to think that way. I don't really have to have this stuff come up."
Right, your little red wagon full of old useless baggage that's been taken from relationship to relationship will be gone. You'll say, "Oh, I don't even need that," and it'll go to, I don't know, recycling.
Because you're so used to doing it that if it pops up again, then you're going to say, I have a choice. I don't have to do this. Or the feeling is gone where you will not even notice that you're not doing it anymore, and you're like, "Oh my God, I'm free of that." I'm not sure exactly how you're going to prove it to yourself, But the feeling, the self-talk, the stuff you can't stop because you got to constantly think about it, will actually be dissolved. And it's not that you don't care or you care too much. It is, wow, I'm not taking it personally. I'm not losing myself. And it changes your lens of how that person sees you.
Okay. So I can work on doing that. And that's the perfect time to work on that because we're having a hurricane and I can't go to work and everyone has to stay inside. Now, my other issue though is, do you feel that Daniel is going to still date me and see me at this point as we stand right now?
Okay, I don't predict the future because you have too many thoughts. You have 41 thoughts per minute. They change every few minutes.
And for me, that strips a person of their freedom, their free will, so I don't...
And I don't do the power of suggestion, so you're going to focus on one outcome. There is the chance, yes, there is a chance that you guys could work together, and that could be 90%. But is your stuff going to be in the way? Yes, that's 100% going to be in your way. Is there some chance that you guys could be working together? Yes, but at the same time, you are in a state where you want him back, but as soon as you get comfortable back in that relationship, the shit's going to pop back up. So, should you proceed? Yes. But I also say you should proceed with healing because he is worth somebody to go to be with.
Right. So our healing tool is www.mwreveal.com. On the left-hand side, healing tools.
And then you look for Hope Therapy. We have a few minutes left. We got to take a couple more calls and
questions. So
you know, you can call back again. We're having a show tonight on another station. You go to www.sepianc.com/radio and look for
Medicine Women Reveal.
And the thing is once you go to that site, it'll take you to the chat room, and you just start listening to the program. We're on at what time, Jen?
8 to 10 Eastern Standard Time.
All right. Thank you, dear.
Thank you for calling.
Thank you.
Okay,
all right,
take
so
care.
In the chat room there was a quick question, and what was it?
The question from the chat room is, why does the body shake sometimes during healing?
Because there's a lot of reasons for that. Your body is being introduced to some new energy that is something that you've pushed aside, and you're like, oh my God, I don't know. There's nerves that are coming online. There's pushing and clearing of the blocks, and when the energy flows through, sometimes it can cause a rush of energy to come through. The body quakes, and depending on if your Kundalini is awakening, because if your Kundalini is awakening, your energy, sometimes your body will just start look like it's doing in convulsions or shaking. But that's just because it's the Kundalini energy, and it's a very strong flow of frequency, and it's going through your chakras, and so your body is changing, and it's not a bad thing. It can be something that every time you go into a meditation state, it'll happen all the time. But there's many reasons, and it is not a bad thing. It's actually a good thing. So there's a part of you that could also be restricting. Yes?
Okay, so it was the head that shakes.
The head that shakes. Okay, and the thing is that maybe I have to ask if we need to do something with the head and the body. Is the head communicating with the body? No. What you need to do is go through a healer, and sometimes you need to take and reconnect the head with the spine. And
it feels like the hara line would need to be connected.
Oh, that's another reason it would be out of alignment. It would be the hara line. Go to anybody that has hands-on healing from Barbara Brennan, the School of Light, is it? But anyways, it's the hands-on healing. There's incredible books about it. People know how to heal the hara line, and I mean, yeah, because that's what we do. Or you can call us up and we can do a hands-on healing over the air, or not over the air, but in an appointment, and from a distant healing.
Distance healing, yes.
Okay. So yes, thank you, Kimberly. So then
now we have a caller,
and that'll be our last one.
Yes, for this show. So thank you everybody who's called in and all of that. So
yes.
Area code 832, you are our last caller. You're on with Brenda and Jen.
Hello.
Well, hi, this is Melissa. Thanks for taking my call. I appreciate it.
And we thank you for
Thank
calling
you for
in.
calling.
How can we help you?
I was calling in for a general reading.
Okay, you can have that. So, you've been very patient. You're a patient person. There's a part of you that feels like you're tired of waiting.
It's like the prayer. Oh my gosh, I've asked God so long to give me patience, and all I do is I keep waiting for the answer.
I feel like you're very self-conscious of your body, of your words, of your presence. Like people are staring at you. Does that sound about right?
Yeah.
Okay. And they said that that is something that's actually stopping you because it puts you in a comfort zone and it makes you miss opportunities. But you're telling yourself, that's okay, I'm all right. But because of that, it causes you not to receive, to move forward. It literally says that you can't because you're used to withholding and suppressing who you are. So I would say we want to heal that particular energy of, oh my God, they're staring at me. Oh my God, I can't do this because I'm self-conscious. And it's not even completely all yours. It's through the genetics. It's through the group consciousness. And so this is how familiar you are with yourself. But it is that self-conscious. Now, Jen, what do you got?
Okay, it's you were talking about the ancestors. Wait for it. So now it's to heal what that issue is. They're saying is that it's time to come up for a breath. It's time to
show yourself.
Yes, and you need to invoke the instincts that you have. You have these instincts because what that will do is that will cause a rebirth, and that will begin to heal your DNA, RNA coding of what's been going on.
See, your body already knows, and so does your mind and your soul, that you have always stood out and had fun until that one day when you started to notice that people are staring at you and that uncomfortable feeling. And this decision that you made at 3 years old that I don't like this, and you recognized and took on the identity of, oh, I can't even explain. I'm looking like for one word, but I'm not really seeing it. It's like knocks down your self-esteem. Because you had self-esteem up until the age of 3. The self-esteem is that, I have the self-esteem to know my name's Brenda. You know, it's confidence, you know it. There's no doubt, there's no wavering. But at age 3, something put doubt in you that caused you to, I can't do this. Does this make sense? Hello? Did we lose you? Check our boards, Jen, see what happens.
We lost the call.
We lost the call, but that's okay. Hopefully she's able to listen.
Who's dropped?
And we will, you know, hopefully she'll know to go into, listen to the archives and stuff. Is that her again?
Yes.
Okay, let's try this one more time. Hello.
Hello.
You're back with us? Now I don't even know if her mic's working. Okay, well listen to the archives and everything else and you'll hear what we said. If your mic comes through, that's great.
Right, on Blog Talk Radio you can go to today's show and listen to the archive.
Yeah, we'll have it up in a day or so on video as well.
And that's on our YouTube channel, www.youtube.com/Medicine Women Reveal, all one word, Medicine Women Reveal, lowercase.
Yes.
And cards that I pulled up is when you were talking, I can't remember what the issue, wanting everything to go back to being still, but this feeling ungrounded is something that's in your encoding.
Right, and that is that you need to heal the I have low self-esteem, that feeling of I can't do it. Because the simple fact is that self-esteem is great confidence. You don't doubt. So look and focus on how you doubt, how you don't like it, how this is who you are. And as far as the healing tool goes, they said there's many layers, but this is the first one you go into, and it's kind of in a shock, and it's R3S, and it causes you to want to be homebound, isolated, F-off world, how you want to do it. You're broadcasting a vibe. Oh, can you, I think I just heard you. Are you there? I hope this made sense to you. We've lost.
What? I didn't that part.
Okay, all I can say is we've got everything on video, so you can watch it on YouTube at Medicine Women Reveal, or you can go and listen to Blog Talk and listen to the archives, because what we said will be there for you. So just listen again, okay, dear? All right, thank you.
Thank you.
All All right, so we want to thank everybody in the chat room and everybody that's called. We would like you all to know that be understanding that this energies are shoving and pushing. Water is about emotions and upheavals. The hurricanes are like tornadoes, so it's about bringing shit to the surface. It is literally allowing you to feel like it's the dynamics of the pimp and the prostitute, the king and the peasant. The hierarchy is being challenged right now because all the emotions. How we're going to shift is when we heal the inner world that creates a better outer world. And we're going to learn to all of a sudden one day everybody at once is going to lose faith in the bully and just walk away and start moving in a different direction. And today...
And there's a full moon tonight, Octarine says, that's about emotions as well.
Yes, and so
that's adding to everything.
So you may see a lot of things on Facebook that will trigger you. And all that's telling you is that your stuff's coming to the surface, and if you can't do anything to heal it, remember, just take your hand and put it on your forehead and your hairline and just go with the emotions. Because you don't really want to lose friendships, you don't want to tank somebody, you don't want to misunderstand it, you don't want to drop out of relationships, because when you do that, you really cause a problem. And it can cause you to really stay in your crap. I mean, is your crap worth keeping, or is it willing to say, oh God, okay, I'm going through it, it's coming up, I'm going to heal it out. We got a lot of healing tools, go look at them, and just interrupt that signal, because you do not need to stay into being influenced by all this stuff. You can disrupt it. We know because we can, and we have been doing it. We appreciate everything you do, and so Jen, so what do you want to say goodbye? And we got 15 seconds.
Okay,
and
thank
then
you.
Play your outro.
Okay, here
and
we
so
go.
We'll
thank you so much, and be safe and take care and all that good
and then
stuff.
Halloween sound.